Hey, I'm Silas from Skyhoy. Today I would like to show on this LiveFly how the fader is working and how you can see exactly what is going on, what values is sent and received. Alright, this could also have been a T-bar, and I will show it all on the screen. So let's get into it. Some of this might be common knowledge to you. I'll try to take it completely from ground up, so just scroll if it's too boring. So let's get into it. I'm sitting with Reactor, the tool we're using to control everything inside our controllers. So the first thing I'll do is I will find an ATEM switcher on my network. ATEM have auto discovery, so typically I can just write in the name and it will pop up over here. I could also add it manually if I'm blocking auto discovery or don't have the unit available currently. So let's select that, and it's pre-fills Autodesk, installs the core, and in a moment it's connected. So the next thing I'll do is I'll take the config and map that on my LiveFly to be ATEM. Now my LiveFly controls the ATEM switcher. From here I will go into packages. In packages I can install special packages. In this case we'll use a tool called TestTube. So I can write tests and I'll find TestTube at the bottom and I can install that on the green button. So in a moment TestTube will be ready, so we can use that as well to evaluate what's going on. I'll select to start it now. A cool thing with an application like TestTube is you can actually click this show in menu, then we'll have it up here. That will be neat later in this project. Alright, so in TestTube I can click the bottom up here. I can select what device I'll connect to the ATEM switcher. If I have more ATEM switches connected, I can select which one, and then I'm good to go. I have a search field here where I can fill in what command I can browse through it, or I can search for something specifically. On our configurations, it is called transition, position, what we use for a regular T-bar command. So I can open that up and I can see I have two of those because I'm on a 2ME switcher. So that's TestTube, and TestTube is the part where we send commands to the ATEM switcher. It's actually the same, it's another visualization, you could say, of what's going on. So from a technical standpoint, let's just break that out. We have Reactor, who sends commands to the device core, which in this case is core ATEM. We can also go into core ATEM and see what's going on with a TestTube. So both applications can be running side by side, and it's this exact same thing. It's just two different ways of showing it, if we have it in the UI or if we break it down on a controller. Then we'll look into the logs, HVC logs of what's read out of the panel, and we'll also look into how the physical fader looks and how it looks at ATEM. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go back to my Reactor like that. So I have TestTube going on here. That's great. We can see that showcased over here in the side. I can then in my browser right click and open a split view, and then I have homepage. From homepage I can click the gearbox in the lower right corner, and then I have my hardware log. So whenever I take my controller and I press a button, I can see all of the act down, act up, and even what edge of the button I'm pressing. And when I move the fader, I can see the commands getting there up to close to 1000 and close to 0. The next thing I'll do is I will open up the menu, let's see, like that. I will open the simulator. I can open that in split view as well. So now I can see what's going on value-wise, what we sent to the ATEM. I can see what we are getting in on the fader very exactly. I can see the fader, and I could squeeze the windows a bit and also see the ATEM software control panel for it. So when I move my fader, I can move it like this. It's easy for me to detect that every time a new line is added here, we also send a command with the device call. So in that way, it's easy to see that we are seeing a move completely out in the ATEM switcher every time. There's no commands who skipped, so everything is sent exactly to the ATEM switcher as it should. Alright, that's all for this video. Thank you for your time and have a lovely day.